Matt, how in the world are you? Now that I have a collapsed lung.
I've been doing better than currently, but I'm not in class, so I'd say that's pretty good. I'm dead inside. No, this is pretty good. My of course, this was like the 1 week or like the first week my allergies started acting up. So like, you know what? I think I was around the same time that yours were acting. It was like a Wednesday or Tuesday. Like all of a sudden, I just felt like I was dying.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, oh no, I can't. Like it was really weird because like sometimes I would like stand up and like every time I would walk, my head would spin. And it's like I just felt really dizzy, and I was like, nope, don't want to do that. I think like Wednesday, I didn't have like any classes that day, so I just slept the whole day. I was just like, nope, I'm not doing anything. But yeah, that's how I've been. That was like a week. I haven't been here in like a month.
Yeah, it's been longer than that.
I guess that's really how like the rest of the weeks are going. It's like school is just kind of like, I just want to be over, and then I have like one day of like grace, and I'm just like, oh, so many things I could do today. Catch up on work, read a book, go outside and enjoy the fresh air. No, stay inside, sleep, play League of Legends. All the things that college students do instead of doing
That's
their
about
work.
right. Yeah.
Nowadays. But yeah. How in the world are you doing?
I'm doing things because it's been 2 weeks since our last podcast. So in that time, over the Easter weekend, went and visited family in a place south of here with beaches. So I was on the beach.
Nebraska?
And, yeah, where all those coastlines intersect, I think.
Yeah. Nebraska's south of Tennessee.
Yeah. So, actually, I've never seen the surf that violent before. And Saturday, the day before Easter, we decided to go out into it. And I've never had a wave actually push me down.
It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know if that shows, but got a little bit of a graze there from the sand on my arm for those listening and not watching. But that was fun. That was a nice break that I needed. And came back home. A couple days was fine. And then I guess it was an allergy thing that hit me too. I think I had, low-grade fever. Of course, we don't have a working thermometer in this house. So, but I can tell when I have a fever and when I don't. That and couldn't, breathe too well. Sinuses are giving me a hard time. Actually, my sinuses I went to work on Wednesday just feeling like everything inflamed. But I thought, it's just normal allergies, and then it knocked me on my tail later that day. So I've been kind of late at the last couple days. My voice was sounding really rough this morning, but it has somewhat recovered. And I got myself some nice quality OJ to help me through it. But aside from League of Legends, what you playing? Don't be too descriptive now.
A lot of Overwatch. Honestly, if I'm not playing League of Legends, I'm probably playing Overwatch. Especially now, just because they've come out with their new their Uprising event, which is like, it's kind of like their way of like I think people have been asking Blizzard to release more information, more along like the Overwatch story, and like they've all the other like world events that have gone on, like the Olympics event, Christmas event, Halloween event, Year of the Rooster event. They've all been like really cool, and like we've gotten some cool skins from them. But like they've just created like a really cool story in the Overwatch universe, but like you can't really experience that through the game very much. So this was kind of nice because they gave you like a kind of like. Did you ever hear about the Team Fortress 2 kind of event that came out? It was like man versus machine. It was kind of like I'm going to assume it's what inspired them to do something similar to this, because it's basically just like wave after wave of like instead of like blue team fighting red team, it's like you're on one team and you're all fighting a bunch of robots that are like similar to the TF2 characters. This is kind of similar to that, except like there's like little tiny minion bots, there's like normal shooty bots, but then there's also like Bastion units that are evil, and then there's the new hero that came out recently, not really recently, but I don't think I got to talk about it before on the podcast because I'm in school. Orisa, she's the new tank character. She's also, there's a corrupt version of her. It's basically just like wave after wave after wave of like fighting these machines off, and like you have to hold points for a certain amount of time. There's like 3 of those, and then you have to like get to a payload. You have to hold that payload and like let it charge up, and then you have to like escort that payload to the other side of the map, and then you have to kill like a bunch of. There's a lot of like they've taken like almost all the objectives of like all the different game types and just put them into like one big game type, which has been like pretty fun. Also, the new skins are like the majority of them are really, really cool.
Yeah, I've seen a picture of the new skins. I think it leaked a little bit early. Because I think they do something with a comic.
Yeah, they have a small comic series going. It's been kind of like what the heroes are doing after Overwatch was disbanded. I think we may have talked about maybe the Tracer comic. I can't remember. But like it's usually like each comic is specifically aimed towards like one individual character. Sometimes there'll be like 2 or 3 of them in like one, but that's because it like all ties together.
Gotcha.
And then League of Legends, like I said before, because my brother and roommate have sucked me into that whole world.
Did you get good yet?
No. Still not great. But I'm still also kind of learning. It's like there's a lot of different things that you have to like keep track of in that game. There's also a lot of items to buy in that game. It's just so many combinations of characters and like positions. And it's like sometimes you get people who like are taking characters that shouldn't be in the lane that they are, and they're just like, "Well, I saw this person do it." I'm like, that's because they're a professional League player and they can do whatever they want. You're like bronze 4, so bring a tank top lane. Stop bringing a support that
Stop
heals.
trying crazy strategies that requires like 118 keystrokes in 10 seconds. Just do tried and true strategies.
It's something that I've kind of hated about myself, because like before I was just like, I just want to like play the game. I want to try different combinations, because like I didn't know very much about the game before, so it's like I just wanted to play. But now I'm trying to win, and I want to get loot chests so I can get skins or new characters, so I don't have to like keep hoarding in-game credits to buy new characters. And now I've become the toxic player.
Blaming everyone else?
No, I don't really blame anyone else, but like whenever I see someone who's just like, "Hey, what you doing there?" It's like, I called mid lane, not you. It's like I called mid lane and before the game started. Why are you mid lane? He's like, I called mid lane. Like, you didn't, and then I get like the entire team to back me up. I was like, no, I'm mid lane. Go somewhere else. I'm like, all right, you're a terrible human being, but clearly you're not gonna budge. So I'll be the grown up, and I'll go play support Vigar.
It's sad that you have to have these conversations in a video game.
It's like, really? You're gonna act like...
It's another reason I don't play online.
I know, but this...
I just take my ball and go somewhere else.
It's free, and I needed something new to do because I can't afford to buy any new games. So it's like, I'll do it. And like it's fun. It's definitely a lot more fun when you're playing on a team of people you know, other than like it's just you by yourself with 4 random strangers.
Well, I have been playing Breath of the Wild still. I don't know when I'm going to actually just go and kill Ganon. I know I could probably do it 6 times in a row, but I'm doing all the other stuff first. I think eventually... So right now... and maybe someone can help me out in the comments or something, because there's a character... I want to say his name is Kelton. It's either Kelton or Keaton. I'm not sure. But he's a guy who owns the Monster Shop. In the Monster Shop, you can exchange monster parts for currency they can only use at the Monster Shop. And then you can buy cool things like Dark Link's armor and look like Dark Link. Yeah.
Oh, you should talk to Wyatt. He has the Dark Link armor.
Yeah, I've got it.
Oh.
That's not what I'm trying to do right now. What I'm trying to do is... apparently you get these medals if you kill all of the Taluses in the game, all the Hinoxes in the game, and all the Madolgas in the game. I've done all of that just today. Not all of that in a single day. I mean, I finished that today. I took out all the... There's only 4 Madolgas, I think. There's 4 of them, and then there's 40 Taluses and 40 Hinoxes. And if you could beat them pretty quick. The problem is finding them or getting to where they are. That takes the most amount of time. I did that, went to the shop, and I know I defeated all 40 of them because I, marked on my map where they were, and it worked out to 40 apiece. Don't get any medals, so I don't know. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. But now I'm hunting down Lynels, and those are not only are they're the hardest enemy in the game to fight, the toughest, they're also the most fun. Like, those fights are really fun. Like, if you want to learn how to do things like perfect dodging and perfect shielding, they're like the perfect sparring partner. Plus, they give you the best drops. They normally drop, a main weapon and a bow, sometimes also a shield. And also like a bunch of other really good goodies. Aside from that, that's all I've been playing. I don't want to give my final opinion on the game until I actually have beaten it and I'm done and it's on the shelf and I'm not playing it anymore. Certain opinions have changed about the game because I've probably played it for a good close to 100 hours, I would say, by this point. I've been playing it pretty much since it's been out, with hardly any stops. So I will give that here on this podcast whenever it comes to that point in time. So stop asking me, Matt.
I'm sorry. I have to know.
You and everybody else.